MailleWerX.com, where you can find all. What are you guys up to? What is this? Stream especially really put. All right. So before we get started tonight, we have a question that came up, and let's see if I can pull this up. Nope, not that. I gotta look up the weight of a ring. 720. Okay. See if I can get the camera to pick that up. All right, we're in grams, mLs. All right. That gives us a total of 3,816 rings. All right, and that weight is for almost fourth of the weight. We're number rings in these, but that's a problem for math people. I don't know. Where's the end to this? There it is. Where are my... Something interesting that came up tonight. How are y'all? How was your day? What did you guys do today? It's Wednesday. We were supposed to have baseball practice tonight, but that got canceled. The field isn't a scheduled practice. And the kids will play baseball. And it's good. Gets my son out of the house for a little bit, at least. He was very concerned about it was going to take away from time spent on Fortnite. So after one practice, he said, baseball's ruining my life. I took away Fortnite because he gets really hyped up and fights with his friends. He's not a graceful person out his friends, and it's like, you motherfucker. I was like, whoa, 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 buddy. Get out. So, and then today, I was having an issue, and it took, I got it figured out now. This ring is completely oval. You know, one ring is kidney bean shaped. They're the rings I got. Important. So yeah, I spent a whole day trying to get this subscription, well, this recurring monthly fee to be set. Oh my gosh. Like pulling teeth just to get the, but it's, I do, right? Thinking of me when they made Apple, no one studied, well, maybe they did study a bunch of people, right? And I've had a couple Apple products. What do you call it? Adequate for how my brain operates. The formula for number of rings used as rings per side is cubed times 6 because the cube has a number of units per side. Operates. It's very clear that it's the product for people who think like them. Not my legs. Not for people who think like me. And then I went to pick up my kid from school. So in a total for a layer 9 cube, 8. I don't know. Not concerned about it. 4 because it weighed 38 ounce by the. That's a lot closer. I don't know. That explains because I thought, but apparently. That's why I made it out. I don't know what, I mean, I guess you can make idea. I know you can make out of aluminum anymore. I have in the I try to avoid aluminum as much as possible in any product I make. Except for jelly cubes, obviously. So effort-wise, it's a costly beast. Oh, yeah. You know. But Wally actually sent me some rings to work with, play with, see what I can come up with. Like them. And jelly cubes and dice bags seem to be the two projects that allowed me to get rid of a lot of rings. Than me working on this coif and I can focus on making products, and I do make some stuff for sale now, but that was a particular project. Stainless beads would so I keep a project to work on Come here, you. Then, other than my final triumph over this software and getting it figured out, I really didn't do much else today because I was intently focused on getting that done. That is, it's one of those stumbling blocks that you can't move forward without figuring that out, and it's kind of annoying. I'll finish building out the rest of that website. And then the items a little off, and so, or without me, you know. It's like, yeah, and I don't think you guys have stuff set up as well as you need to. I am trying very hard not to change my mind. It's one of those things where it's like, you know, back to work, I've decided. I will if I have to. Right, but if I can focus on, then I think that I think by the end of this month I'll have everything set up and be successful at working from home. Come on. Thank you for the like, Eric. Appreciate it. Got Mother's Day coming up. I'm gonna figure out a Mother's Day gift. I am fortunate in that this year I have basically been told what to do. I work that way. My goal is what my son wants, and then I leave it at those two because anything after that is too much for me. Not that I'm selfish, because like I said, I will make something for someone as a gift because I think they'll like it. Not would that look good on. I suppose that people who use iPhones have a tendency to think about what would go on other people's wall. Maybe that's the difference, the stark contrast between. Speaking of Apple, I think they recently beat on earnings and revenue per share the other day. They're having a good year. So after the Fed announcement, got now 0.75. We're at 75 basis points, or 0.75%. Months for the rest of the year, pretty much, on the Fed. But who am I? Who am I? Oh, and I heard a very prominent person today use the term trickle-down economics. Here, someone used that term. It lets talking about, right? Because when you dumb as a box of rocks, economics doesn't work. And I happen to know. You can just go ahead and dismiss everything they say after that, because social media today a little bit too much current issue stuff going on. Just clogs up the. Posted that slow-mo video of the jelly cube last night on TikTok. That's my best performing video so far. And one commenter say, "Why do I want to eat it?" I was like, I don't hurts or something. So I don't think it would be good for your teeth. And then took off. And I was thinking about that. Tell them about the bottle cap I chewed on to spite you. Renee doesn't like it when I bite bottle caps off beer bottles with my teeth. I was really inebriated at the time. But if I tried to do all these rings before I wove them, and second off, if I was to do raw plus one, right, try to just end up with a bunch, like, open. I didn't just bite it, I chewed it. How many years ago was that? This was not like something that recently happened. This was 15 years ago. If you're real lucky, I'll tell you. I'm going to be honest. I like half Persian 3-in-1 as, what do you call it? Like, theme between just my, ask me for a necklace. That would not be my go-to. GSG, different story. You have a weird bald patch. Huge half Persian 4-in-1. Not a standalone weave. Half Persian 3-in-1 is not, like, it's cool, but I wouldn't make a jewelry out of it. 151 and mist and run down your face before you learn a little bit more. Inactivity lately. I was losing weight, right? And I haven't weighed myself, but started hurting. Now, my knees hadn't hurt since I got back from visiting my dad, and you know, they had been okay, but it's not like I was putting any pressure on them. So I found good. It's been a game changer. Walk backwards up the stairs, but man, has it made playing a little like this. All these little kids were running. Like, I was getting winded just trying. I might be a bit out of shape. I started software to work on again, and poof, YouTube. But then I didn't think about it. Nothing. Fix the music. I gotta clean house tomorrow. My house needs a vacuum and a sweep and a mop, and I want to get the lawn dried out so I can mowing the lawn. So I grew up and I lived on over half an acre when I was, and my sisters were or something because they were little too. Like every weekend. And my dad's favorite thing to do, because he works on his yard and he works on my grandma's yard and takes everything to the dump. Texas, the trash, so they got a pile for a bunch of different stuff, and they mulch it, and you can go and get free dirt. Excuse me. So actually should probably do that this year. I've got oh man. Yeah, so yeah, you can take your yard clippings to the dump, or you can mulch it. And I got tired of bagging up. They use a special type here in Kenosha up with grass, and kind of died out much after that because wasn't anything growing, which is perfect for a guy like me. So I don't. And I did enough of that to make it happen, because it's a yard. Problem is, 2 weeks of not mowing, and I have a dog. Like, if I didn't have a dog, my kid doesn't really play in the backyard much. He might, because coming, so he might. Right. And so I was pushing that mower up and down. By the time I was done, I was done. I was not going to be able to physically do anything else for the rest of the day. Right. But even with that, I still managed to. It still takes about 3 hours to do the front and backyard. I'm not as tired when I'm done, but tired enough that do anything really active at that point. And I need to go get some fence boards. I had one of those canvas covers, canvas roofs. Well, of course, that got ripped up like right away. Okay, looks like shit. First time around. Kids not really come over so rarely that 6 to 9 months out of the year, I think it's time to start looking at getting rid of it. tearing it apart, cutting it up, and I know that someone will come. Second owner, I don't know how much more it can take. You know? Cut it up and burn it, or maybe if I say it's vehicles and get it out. We've had it for 3 years. Oh, you know what I could do? It actually works pretty well. I'm sure I could Facebook Marketplace those real quick. And then maybe I'll do that. I do need to replace my deck, so the swings to tear the play set apart. $300 square feet, right? And we had one of those over cover things that wasn't a roof, but a pergola. It did provide, but throughout the day, it was in here. The sun just beats down on the deck. And all my neighbors, their deck, you know, the roof. So, or what I can't do is come and do that. House building skills are even in connecting decking to it without knowing exactly what I'm doing. You know, I'm sure it's taking out the vinyl, putting the flashing, a roof for the deck off of that. It's a little too narrow, a little too short going out. I would like to extend it out by another 10 feet. And extend the way it's at right now is just too small of a space for. And then the other thing I want to do is I want to make it out of as not staining. The deck that we had in Texas was wood and it was stained, and we had to wash the stain and restain it. Like one. All right. Where are we at here? Oh, it is 10 o'clock. See how it fits. No, I can't see myself. It's actually neck piece. Not gonna make it. And then I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna buy some kind of resin skull. They do with the chainmail shirts that I have down here. Oh, and I think I've made it. Large enough that one of the padded things under here. There's a lot of stretch to it, so I'll just make it a little extra long and then get one of those padded caps tearing their hair out, and it'll be fun, right? And I say people, like what people? I have people down here very rarely, but maybe one day. Full of chainmail. Today is Wednesday time. Commentary. And sound of my voice, but I appreciate you hanging out. And I will talk to you.